following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona, Brother Mike, back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Yes, today's Bible study, the four horsemen, horses from hell. Hey, can you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? It's Fright Night today. The four boys are on their way. This is not going to be a pretty sight. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center downtown on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road, the red brick building. Go to the website today, please, hardcorechristianity.com. You will notice we have 2 live services every week, preaching, teaching, healing, and deliverance at both of the services. Both services are broadcast on our streaming channel. Go to youtube.com/House of Healing AZ. 7 p.m. Arizona and Pacific time. On the website, you can hit the PayPal button and send us another donation. Sister Karen's on the homepage of the website. She'd love to list your house for sale. And you can sign up for one of our free seminars. You can come to my deliverance training class the 4th Saturday of every month at noon. The government's about to come through with a bunch of vaccine hoaxes, the usual stuff. If you need a religious exemption to escape this nightmare, be happy to send you one. Mike at hardcorechristianity.com. Send me an email. If you know somebody who needs to be delivered or healed and can't come to the Deliverance Center, send me an email. Mike at hardcorechristianity.com. I will send you a copy of the Miracle List, a step-by-step guide to freedom that works 100% of the time. Don't forget, Wednesday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific and Arizona time, our Zoom healing and deliverance service. Send me an email. I'll send you the code and the password. May God richly bless you. Horses from hell. We can hear the hooves. Not loud. Very vaguely right now. Revelation chapter 6. I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals and heard thunder. One of the 4 beasts said to me, "Come and see." Who's talking there? Well, the great apostle John, as you know, got the apocalypto, the revelation. And Mel Gibson used that term to make a movie one time, apocalypto. Remember that? Yeah, that's the apocalypse, the unveiling, the revelation. The 4 beasts that serve Jehovah, the great Hebrew God, around the throne in heaven. They're talking to John, and John had already gotten information about his current time 2,000 years ago. Chapter 1, 2, and 3 occurred. He already revealed that to us. The beginning of chapter 4, the rapture occurs, and the tribulation starts. Okay? Then in chapter 6, he sees Christ in heaven, and Jesus unlooses, breaks, cuts the seals, and things start happening to the planet Earth during the tribulation. John said, "I saw a white horse and him that sat on it, and a crown was given to him. He went forth to conquer and conquering." The white horse, of course, is the Antichrist. It's white because he is a fake god, a fake religious deity who's impersonating or mimicking the Lord Jesus, who sits on a real white horse. Of course, horses are symbolic in this system. They're not actually riding horses. But it says here, this white horse, Antichrist horse, goes forth conquering. Then it says, when the beast opened the second seal, or when Christ opened the second seal, the second beast said, "Come and see this." And John says, there went out another horse that was red, Power was given to him. Of course, it's not a real horse. It's a symbol of a system of war. And the person sitting on this horse is a servant of the Antichrist sitting on the white horse, and war comes to the planet Earth. Hell comes to breakfast after that. And it says that this person takes peace from the earth, that they should slaughter one another. The Greek word for kill there is phazo. It means to slaughter. And there was given to him a great sword. And then this third seal got opened, and he says he saw a black horse. And him that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hands. What are those? We're starting to feel it now. There's the black horse. You can vaguely hear his hooves in the distance. We're getting close to the rapture and the tribulation. It's only a few years away now. Every born-again Christian needs to make major changes in their life and do it quickly. The end is near. The black horse, the scales represent what? Well, you're facing it every day. Inflation. Wow. Inflation. America, the greatest country in the history of the world, is now suffering record levels of inflation. Then I heard, John said, the beast say, quote, a measure of wheat and barley for a penny. That's actually the Greek word denarion. It was a Roman coin, kind of looked like a silver dollar in a way. Silver, usually made out of silver. And a denarion, one coin, was the salary or wage paid a slave for an entire day's work. And so this revelation of this black horse gives to John the concept of inflation. And without breaking it down for you, because I don't have enough time on the radio, the inflation rate is 8 times. So right now, for example, the gasoline inflation rate in the United States is about 3 times, right? So when Biden got into office, you know, you're talking about $1.80, $1.90 a gallon for gas. Okay, now it's gone up how much? 3 times thereabouts, something like that. But during the tribulation, to give you an idea how frightening this is, everything's going up 8 times. And it's talking about measures of wheat and measures of barley, which is symbolic of essentials, food. It's talking about people surviving. It's not talking about cutting back on your European vacation or buying a new car with all the bells and whistles. This black horse steals the basic necessities of human beings through inflation. It goes up 8 times during the tribulation. Then John says, I looked, I saw a pale horse. Klaros is the Greek word for pale there. It means green. He sees a horse that has a green shade to it. Greenish horse. What? They don't make green horses. No, they don't. But during the tribulation, obviously it's not really a green horse. It's symbolic of a system where people are dying constantly. It says the name that sat on this horse was Death, and hell followed with him. That's the Greek word Hades. Hades, or in English they pronounce it Hades. Hades means literally hell. The results of hell are all these people dying because of this white horse. Massive famines are going to occur. People are going to be dying left and right. Wars are going to be occurring. People are going to be dying left and right. And it says power was given to them over a fourth part of the earth. Okay? These horses have authority. The Greek word is exousia. Authority was given to them over a fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword and with hunger and people dying. Okay? Wars and famine are going to apakteno. The Greek word for kill that in that verse means to be executed. A fourth part of the earth. 2 days ago I read an article that the population on the planet Earth will cross 8 billion this summer. 8 billion. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but let's say a fourth of 8 billion would be approximately what? Would it be 2 billion? Yeah. Hell is coming to breakfast, friend. The horses are on their way. We're already seeing it. America, the greatest country in the history of the world, the greatest war country in the history of the world. This country has won 2 world wars and is the number 1 provider of weapons to the planet. Okay? America is instrumental in the 20-year satanic war in Afghanistan and Iraq. You can keep going back. Korea, the Korean War, Vietnam War, on and on it goes. America does one thing better than anybody else, and that is make weapons of war and supply other countries with war weapons. We just gave the Taliban in Afghanistan more weapons than 90% of the countries on the planet Earth have in their entire militaries. We just gave it to them. I believe it was $90 to $100 billion worth of equipment. We just handed it to them, gave it to them. Merry Christmas. What's happening here? God is telling you that the end is coming. He's sending us warning after warning. The inflation is here. The horses are here. The red horse is here. The black horse is here. Famines are starting now. It's already happening in Africa. There's a food shortages just around the corner. Food shortages in America, the richest country in history. You and I are going to be facing food shortages, wars. We're already into another war. It's almost over. Friend, you need to come rededicate your life. Friday night, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. We are not a church, we are a healing center. Please come for help before it's too late.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.